Hi y'all. I'm just trying to fill you guys in with everything. I am okay, and I want you to know that even though I have posted my video about helping me protect myself, I'm not in fear of really anything anymore. I have a huge amount of faith in my real mother and father up there in the cosmos. I have tapped into my real abilities. I used to believe that it was fashion and ego and all of these things. I had a best friend who kept trying to let me know for many, many years that I was, a shaman or all these kinds of things. And I have finally tapped into that. I do have psychic abilities. I have a lot of clear everything, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient. I have visions. And as soon as I made two really big decisions in my life surrounding men and unhealthy habits, like really, and I did that all in the name of not hurting people in my family. That's what lifted the veil off of me and helped me to see my abilities and that I'm actually a true healer. And even what I posted about, hey, please help me. It was, sorry. And wait, what did I do with my teeth? Hold on one second. What it did is lift the veil off of me, and literally, I'm not joking, in just a few moments, I was able to tap into my already God-given abilities. I'm here to help heal the world. I'm here to I'm here to be a truth teller. I'm here to take the veil off of Hollywood, corrupt organizations, narcissists, but it's more than that. I'm here to heal them too. I want to say that my family, who I love, my 3D family, I still love them. I tried for a few months to ask them to do the right thing, that I was aware of what had been going on. Basically, all of the trials and tribulations I've been going through for many, many years, basically around since I was 3, but I didn't start paying attention to, wait, something's not right here, about before 2010, but that's when I started to notice. Now, I thought it was just my mom's husband, and for many years I had known intuitively he's involved, but I would, basically men have been paid to be in my life to take me down, get me in destructive patterns, and a lot of my friends, girlfriends, men friends have been involved in this too, pretending to be my friend. And I don't hate any of them. I love them. I have done a lot of things throughout my life that I'm not proud of. And although I never had bad intentions, because let me make it clear, there are some of these people that knew what they were doing, did it for the intent of hurt and mean, just corruption, greed, jealousy, hate. I still pray for them too. But for me, on the other side, I've only gotten myself in situations and it was all because I had absolutely no resources, and which I never did most of the things that I almost did, that they were trying to get me wrapped up in, so that I can then either off myself, end up in prison, or just, have a bad name. And it all starts with gossip. Gossip is a polite form of murder. And it is amazing how just gossip, which is word spells, just so you guys know, it is a form of witchcraft, and black witchcraft, because there is good magic out there. If you harm no one, harm no one is the whole purpose. And that's who I've always been. I have never wanted to harm anyone, even when people have severely done me wrong. And when this all really comes to light, because I could not make it to the FBI today, as you could see, because it's Juneteenth, which I was, wrapped up in my own little bubble and unaware of that. So I also want to say happy Juneteenth to everybody, and anybody who also has had a generational curse, whatever color you are, it doesn't matter. I want you to know I am going to be the truth bringer for all targeted individuals, all people who have been gang stalked. It is real. You're not crazy, and I'm going to be your voice. I'm going to be your voice. Never give up. What you need to know, stop doing drugs, stop harming your body, stop eating anything that isn't fruit, vegetables, water, spring water. The large corporations really have a handle on us. They are, when your mind and heart and body are not coherent, it keeps you in the matrix, and it keeps your brain from not being able to function properly. All of this I'm going to slowly get into. These are just little nuggets as I'm trying to explain my other thing, which we'll get used to. I may ramble. But I absolutely love my family. I gave many opportunities to handle this outside of having it be national or global news. But they failed to believe that I am a force to be reckoned with, and that I have a bright light that I'm supposed to bring to this planet. Because this isn't about me. This is about me bringing God's message. That number one, he is real. And number two, he, she, because it really is Sophia. It is all an infinitesimal microcosm that I encourage everybody to start paying attention to Billy Carson. He's amazing. He has really done the work on himself. He has researched things that I wish I have already researched by now. Intuitive things that I've already known my whole life about where I really come from, the bloodline I have. Also, the government is involved in this to some degree, but I refuse to say anything bad about the government. It's just like what I said about AA earlier. AA in a whole is not horrible. It can help people. I do believe that we are shifting into a greater consciousness, and we need to. That is an old way of thinking. There's also a lot of control and stealing people's ideas and making them as your own. Like sponsors will do this, and because they have the resources, it's a well-known thing underground. If you really, are part of the elite, you would know, like, hey, be someone's sponsor, help them out all the time, they'll tell you everything. You've got the money, you can go do what they're trying to do. They probably won't stay sober, and some of these people even turn around and hope or make a way for these people to not end up being sober anymore, and take their resources, their creative ideas, and so anyone who has anything bad to say about me, because I'm speaking up about some of the things that do happen in Alcoholics Anonymous, and how I may or may not be breaking anonymity on the TV, that is there so that nobody will ever tell the truth. That was put there for that. We're also, people who are kind, loving, really trying to do the right thing for themselves. They're following all the rules that are suggested to them. It's so that we can be kept in a box. And we won't speak about this. And we'll believe that it's just a single individual in Alcoholics Anonymous that did this. No, it's bigger than that. Look into how Alcoholics Anonymous got started. I encourage you not to just leave AA. I encourage you to get right with yourself. Keep who and what you really are to yourself. Also, you have got to find God. A lot of this message is going to be for chosen ones. The chosen ones are going to know that they've always had a light, that maybe they've been the black sheep, that they haven't understood why their life just doesn't seem to work out. I heavily encourage you to look into if there's any life insurance policies on your name, if your real family history. Why do you think that the government and everyone is getting DNA tests now and you can get them in the mail? They're not just for you. They're for, there can be tabs on us. And now this isn't necessarily a bad thing, because there really are Star Wars going on. Do not fool yourself. My brother-in-law is a colonel in the Space Force. Go figure. When you really tap into everything in and all, when you get right with yourself, you can really tap in. This is available to all humans. This is not just for the chosen people. There are some chosen people here on earth that were sent here from God, from Thoth, from Inky, from the higher up of the higher up in the cosmos to help the world heal. We need to treat Mother Earth with more respect. We need to treat ourselves with more respect. If people are gaslighting you, believe it, they're gaslighting you. If you ever have that feeling, if you ever feel sorrowful, if you ever feel that people don't have your back, trust and believe your gut. They don't. They don't. If it doesn't feel good, it's not good. And I don't mean drugs. If you're getting your good feeling from drugs and alcohol, hurting other people, doing corrupt things, or, you know, I'm telling you, I don't tell any lies anymore. Not one lie anymore. Not one to anyone. And if I do, because, you know, I've been ingrained in, oh, a little white lie isn't a big deal. Yes, it is. The 10 Commandments are freaking real. And that is why you're experiencing karma in your life. Even a super loving, loyal, honest, caring, want the best for everybody people. We have been in a matrix that makes us believe that it's okay to do this, or I can't be honest about this because this person in my life is going to do this. Okay, get rid of those people, live for yourself, tell no lies, hurt no one. I'm talking about even the bugs outside, even a roach. Don't walk on the grass. Give it love. If you have to walk on it, say thank you for being there for me. This alone will start taking the veil off of you. You will start to see the real beauty in life. You will start to love yourself. You will start to know there is something bigger. And it isn't the God that you think it is. There's a lot of truth to the Bible, but it came from the Emerald Tablets. I encourage you to read about the Emerald Tablets. I encourage you to watch any programs on Gaia. Gaia has saved my life. A lot of these things my old mentor already told me about, but I had to go through years of drug addiction that was forced upon me in a way. I do take responsibility. I lived in the matrix, and I had people out that were purposely putting me in these situations so that I would, you know, go that route. You know, I stopped that on my own, and I stopped letting men control me, and I stopped believing lies. And when I did that and I said no and no, literally that instant, all of a sudden the cosmos came together and they were like, here you go. We always knew you had it in you, my precious star. Go out there, heal the world, do the right thing. And that even means to the people who have hurt me the most. Just as I would want to be understood, I'm understanding them. I understand how my mother and people, because I want to make it known this isn't all on my mother at all. There are people, the devil, because he works through people, and that's why not even one lie, the way you eat and treat yourself is so important, because I don't eat bad food anymore. Whenever I do, whenever I have cheese or certain things, my right eye I can't see out of very well, which is the eye of Horus. There are so many things that we're made to believe is good for us that I promise you it is not. And you will only know when you strip all that away from you, and then you try a little dabble here, and I'm talking about food because I don't dabble with drugs at all. Well, once in a while I'll take a gummy. I have CBD oil for my back when I have, spiritual attacks or I've worked too hard, but usually I've been able to heal my own body through meditation alone, and spiritual baths, and channeling the Most High. And I just want to say that I do love and hope that every single person who has harmed me knows that I understand, that I don't hate you. I hope that you find God. I hope that you stop any corruption or allowing any corruption in your life. I hope that you take this opportunity to see the errors of your ways. And I promise you, it's as simple as doing selfless things. Doing things you think are hard, but the second that you do them, I love my mother. I love my sister. I love everybody involved. There's maybe 4 or 5 that I do have a hard time. And not a hard time, but I just don't have that. No, I still love you. I have okay, I don't wish them ill will though, because that's the devil. And I think that that's the thing here. We're also in a world that makes us believe, but it's mine. I do. There's a lot of money that's owed to me out there. I don't care. As you can see, I am in an inexpensive hotel. I was camping before this, but it's way raining outside, and I'm by myself, so when I was putting the tent up, I didn't put the rain guard on very well, so I kind of had to go to a hotel because all my stuff got wet. Not completely. It was okay. But I also needed to come here to have the rest and peace that I needed before I took on this mission. When it became clear to me my family was not going to, because I asked them for a very small, I'll just be honest, I asked them for a very small amount of money and to stop doing this. And that I was aware, after I let them know I was aware. Of course they tried to deny it, but then at a certain point it was very undeniable and they could no longer say that it wasn't true. And unfortunately, it didn't work out the way I wanted. I wanted to keep this just between us and to save them from embarrassment or heartache. This is heavily emotional for me because I'm doing what I need to do for me and for others on this planet. And I know that the karma they're going to have to pay is going to be so immense, and I was really trying to avoid that. But I can't make choices for other people. I can only do what's right for me. I'm starting to feel unauthentic, so I need a moment. That's the part of looking at yourself, and then I start judging myself, and then my true feelings are shut down. because I'm highly gifted when it comes to feeling other people's feelings, I have immense visions of what's going on in my family right now, because they know that I'm going to the FBI, and I only did this to protect myself. I didn't do it to embarrass them or make everybody know this or hurt my daughter's family. I really tried to keep this between us, but this isn't just about me, because this isn't just happening to me. And I have a mission from God to help everybody else who has gone through this, and people who have literally been killed by their own families for money and greed and jealousy. And there's more to this. There's more to bloodlines and things like that that do tap into the government, but I really want the government to know I'm not trying to push against you either. I know, just like in anywhere, what I was trying to say earlier, that there's good and bad everywhere. And I don't want to say that, just enlightened people, more enlightened people, some that, like for instance, my mother, this comes from a deep traumatic wound that happened to her when she was a child, that she had to cover up, which ultimately, when we don't heal ourselves and we go on and on and on in this life without healing, this is how it surfaces. So this really is a message about connecting to Mother Earth and the cosmos. Astrology is not a bad thing. That was written by elite people when they've rewritten the Bibles, and through word of mouth to get us not to know the truth of sacred geometry and how to treat our bodies. That we're not actually God, but in a sense we are, because the truth is, what I found for me is that karma is God. We are the dictators of our own lives, and a lot of people tell us the half-truths, and I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose. Maybe they just didn't know how to connect it or something, or say it in a certain way, like Wayne Dyer. All of these messages have come to me, and then I watched Wayne Dyer, and these are all the things that he says. Use love 100 times as a mantra. But the piece that was never connected is the fact that literally I have to break generational curses and the untruths that I've been told my whole life, which we all have. The people that run this world are the people who own the banks and rewritten the Bibles, but we can find goodness in everything, like Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. There's a lot of corrupt stuff in that, but it doesn't make tarot bad. God is in tarot. God is in the stars and astrology and mathematical principles. Why do you think they make us believe we're not good at math? And I used to be very good at math when I was a kid, and then all of a sudden I had all these traumatic things happen to me when I was a child, and I haven't been able to do math since. But when I sit and meditate, the journals and stuff that I come up with that come to me from God are all mathematical principles. So I innately know math. I have written many things that regard to 3, 6, and 9, and 3 is the key. And then later in life, I'm watching videos about how Tesla was all about 3, 6, and 9. These are things that are encoded in us, and some of us have immense gifts that are not here for, this isn't about me. This isn't about Kristen. This is why I don't care anymore. I don't care what you think of me. I don't care that everyone and all my friends in Hollywood are going to see this, and oh my God, I don't care. I don't care, because my true Father has a message for me, and it is to help heal people and help them see that love and light are real. We are all light. Why do you think that to get to space, you have to travel at the speed of light? So if we become light beings, we can get there. And And I have traveled there in my mind. I have felt the presence of God. It is the only way that I've been able to uncover all of the things I uncovered. All of this came to me through visions, and then I found it on paper. It wasn't, I had to go searching and find the truth. It came to me, then the truth of it came in paper. So when I connected to source, the true source, which is love, pure love, no vengefulness, no hate, no I'm going to get what's mine, no I'm going to make them pay the price. That isn't our job. Yes, this is what's taught in the Bible, but the message comes through in a much different way. And so I'm here to help people connect that, as well as many other people. There are about 15% of us that have AB, RH negative blood. I encourage you, if you have that blood, that you may or may not be a targeted individual, look into it. That may be what's going on in your life, if your life just doesn't seem to work out no matter how hard you try. But I can tell you this, that was my story. But when I made big life changes in one moment, I said no to the dude, and I put down some other things. So the second one, there's a few that go along with it. And I refused to tell or do any cheating or lying. I dropped out of school because I had a lot of drama going on, and I was gonna have to cheat. And I was like, nope, doesn't matter. If I owe the money, I owe the money. You cannot cheat. That is against the rules of the law of karma and the law of life. And when I started to weed all this out, slowly but surely, I was like, that doesn't seem like something I should do or say or think. That doesn't seem like healthy. I just don't want to eat that. Then I started, everything just slowly unfolds. And I absolutely love myself. I love my own company. I see the absolute beauty in life. 10 years ago, sorry if I'm crying, let me get a tissue. 10 years ago, I could not. Now, when I was a child, I absolutely loved nature. Like when absolutely loved nature. But then slowly but surely, I let the Matrix, Hollywood, what I think I wanted, working in fashion, working with, all the, stuff that never worked out for me anyway, like the things I really wanted, which was love and peace, be a good mom, have a loving relationship, have good friends. None of that happened. But I could not connect with nature. Now I literally see God and hear God by watching animals. I'll post a video when I was going through this. It showed me, there's a river, and then there's this bird. I don't know exactly what kind of bird it was. And then there were 4 vultures behind me, which represented some people in my life that were trying to take me out and take me down. And it represented me in the river trying to find stealthily a peaceful, loving way to get the food that I needed. Then a blue dragonfly came and sat on me, then a butterfly, then a freaking hawk. Like, there are red birds everywhere. This is all in one day. You can start to see the beauty in everything. Don't step on ants. Don't kill spiders. Even if it's harmful, let it go. I've literally now, I have so much love and light in me. I call animals to me. A snake, I call a snake to me. And it's all because I'm loving people no matter what. And I'm doing right for myself and others. And no, the whole principle of tell everybody your BS, get it out in the open, some of the big book, no, because you cannot trust everybody. And you do need to have discernment. And you can just go to God. When you get right with yourself and you have those things going on, eating well, taking care of yourself, connecting with spirit, telling no lies, doing no wrong to others, you can connect with God and hear what he's saying all day long without having to call another human being, tell him your woes so they can use it against you one day. Like, you really got to be careful right now because the world is very corrupt. It's not going to stay that way. The light bringers and truth bringers, they're coming out, and they're coming out big. And you may be one of those people. I hope that you are. I hope that you use any gifts that are given to you to help humanity and not just yourself. Whether it's financially, spiritually, we are definitely, and what I said about Hollywood and movies, it's very true. Pay attention to those movies. Some of these people, they're so locked into some serious weird cults and stuff in Hollywood that they try to tell us in so many ways through the movies. Just take a look at the people that are funding the movie. Take a look at the people that aren't everywhere in magazines and, you know, flashing lights and, you know, who are humble. And some of those people are not great either because it's a facade. But when you get right with you, you can feel energy. We are an energy vortex. That's what we are. The Emerald Tablets by Billy Carson, I suggest doing first, because if you've never tapped into it, there are a few other ones that aren't great. That are great, sorry. His just explains things to where the average person can understand. And also, I'd like to say, I know there's going to be a lot of people that have a lot to say about what I'm saying. Again, I encourage you to see why you have a problem with me saying this. Because if we really are love and light and we're following the principles of the life that we're given, we shouldn't be judging anyone. We shouldn't be saying anything negative about anyone. I'm not going to say anything negative about anyone who has hurt me. I've hurt people. Granted, my mind tells me I would never do something like that because I wouldn't. But had I stayed on a path of denial and not tried to heal myself, I would have been the exact same person. So none of these people are horrible people. There are a few that literally are straight from the devil, and even him. You cannot have light without the dark and without embracing it. You cannot have light without embracing darkness. Can't have darkness. We always kind of start light, dark, and then back to light. That's how it seems to me. But like I said, I'm not, I'm no guru. I'm just telling you my experience and how I've been able to find a way up and out. I'm going to make posts daily. I am learning a lot about medicine work, plant medicine. I'm a true healer. I can heal with my hands. I can heal with love from my heart. I can sense things. I have a lot of abilities. And I have a lot of strength that I really want to help people. In the next few months, I have a very big project that I will be disclosing. Right now I can't because of everything that's about to go on in my life. But they are all meant to help people, give people a way out, and freely. There are going to be people that I'm going to be gifting places to stay, to get right in their mind. And I need the collective to help me raise that money as well, to do that for people. Because right now, I have limited funds because of the things that have happened in my life. People have purposely done things to my credit and all sorts of things that I'm going to come out of. So I'm not worried about it, but I just want you to know financially where I stand and why not only can I not physically speak about some of the things because of what's going on in my life, I physically cannot get to them just yet. But through the collective, we will come up with the money, and I will be able to help people who really are of the light and have been chosen by God find their purpose and be able to awaken to themselves and to their mission. That is my mission. And I hope that if anybody has experienced anything I understand, or anything similar to me, I really do hope that you can take a deep breath, know you're not alone, know you're not crazy, know that if you feel like it's been happening to you, it has been. Do not run wild with trying to expose people. Don't run wild with trying to get what you think you need. Connect to God first. Let all that go. I promise you, if you connect to the true source and you do it with love in your intention and not to want to hurt or get back at anybody, the truth will be revealed to you. It will not be revealed to you as long as you stay in the 3D and you cannot get to a place of being understanding of all beings and moving forward with love and grace for all mankind. All. And that includes even the deepest, darkest, meanest, most horriblest thing that's ever happened to you. Those people that have done that, it applies to them too. They're loving beings of God too that unfortunately were in the matrix just like us. They watch the same social media. Some people just chose to start healing sooner so the veil was lifted before other people. And some people were in it so long they can't get out. And part of their karma is living in that till the next reincarnation. So hating them and trying to get what you think is owed to you is futile. Your best bet, put down the drugs, eat better, see no evil, don't be around people that are doing evil, speak no evil, and that's in your head too. Ask God for help every time you start thinking negatively about somebody, because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Hear no evil, speak no evil, do no evil. And that means in every way. No white lies. No, oh, this or that. There's a big difference though of protecting yourself and not telling people who you know are going to use something against you to hurt you when you're trying to get yourself out of the matrix. That is not lying. That is you protecting yourself. Okay? That's a lie too. And it's a lie that feelings aren't facts. Feelings are facts. What you think of it that's happening may not be a fact, but your feelings are facts, and I encourage you to start listening to your feelings. Also, it is not true that you can't be judged on your intentions. Your intentions don't mean anything. Oh, not true either. Your intentions mean everything. Everything. So if you have bad intentions, know it's going to come back to you. Know that that is what you're paying the price for. That right there is God. That's it. So essentially, it isn't God that's going to come down and bring hellfire and brimstone. It's you by the choices that you've made after you've become to the realization that certain individuals and all this kind of stuff is happening or whatever. Because I had a part to play in all of, that's why it kept working, because I still had some self-centered stuff going on that compared to what I think they did was so horrible, because it was. I mean, you're a family trying to kill you, all that kind of stuff. It's not cool. But I just got lucky that I didn't end up becoming that person. I made other choices that brought me into a way of just never being. I started trying to heal at a very young age. So a lot of these people never got that opportunity. So I encourage people not to hate other people for doing wrong. A sin is a sin. One of my corruptors, one of my flying monkeys, and one of my people that were, out to get me told me that. And it's true. And it's true. So there is no, I'm up here, they're down here. the only part of that that's true is the frequency. So when I say I'm at this level, it's because I'm at this level of frequency, not I'm up here because I'm so much better. No, I just choose to wake up and follow God's word that comes to me, and I choose to love and treat everybody with respect, including myself. So to anybody who thinks I'm harsh, because I've heard that a few times, I'm just honest. And honesty, as a few good men said, you can't handle the truth. I will take a look at that too, if you're offended by anything I have to say, because people who are really of the truth and of the light, they can feel my love, they can feel my honesty, and they can feel my sincerity. People who don't see that in me, I encourage you to start looking at yourself, because it is within ourselves that we can find the truth through the Word of God. Through the Word of God. All right. I love you all. Go be alchemists. Transmute your pain into beauty.